Welcome back. It's time to chat all things landscaping and gardening. Today we are talking about drought tolerant and colorful annuals versus thirstier annual displays.
Don't want the thirsty ones. We're joined by Ellen Becker, owner of Floriculture and a member of the Associated Landscape Contractors of Colorado. So let's talk color in the garden, because I think for the most part everybody wants a little bit of color. That's like that curb appeal. It's going to attract people. And how do you get that in this weather?
Well, it's a good question, because now with the water restrictions, we have to look more towards succulents. And I think a misconception is that succulents are not that colorful. So what I've brought today are some alternatives to the thirstier plants that we can use and still maintain the color wheel and still honor our balance of the color schemes that we try to use when we compose our pots. So for example, this is a pretty popular trailer potato vine, but this takes more water. The larger the surface area, the bigger the area for evapotranspiration. So that's going to be thirstier and wilt faster than if you use a sedum succulent alternative where we can still keep our color.
That's pretty. I like it. Reminds me of like lettuce.
I know. Yes, it's gorgeous.
Like
Okay, so what about hail? We dealt with hail yesterday. Very damaging. Poor Alex's windshield yesterday. She thought it would break.
Oh no,
it was awful.
We've heard that we might experience hail again today. What do we do for our beautiful plants and flowers?
Right. After
do we cover them?
After you have your panic attack, if you have some buckets left over in your garden, just simply cover your plants. Easy. If you don't have a bunch of leftover plant buckets, throw a stake in something. Throw some burlap over it.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. Or even if you don't have burlap on hand, you can use a beach towel or an old bed sheet or something, but you'll just usually want to use a bamboo stake or something that will hold it up off the blossoms.
I love that.
So what is the rule of scale for the garden? I can't say I'm familiar with that.
So you want to go, there's a Fibonacci number that was an Italian medieval guy, but it's the number that occurs naturally, like in pine cones, seashells, sunflower blossoms. So it's kind of the rule of thirds. So when you're designing your pot or your container, you'll have whatever plant you're using, and then you'll want the second third, and then a third third. So you're getting the height and the composition, rule of thirds.
Oh, so when you're, so just so I can understand you, because we are in the middle of beautifying our backyard. Alex likes that
wonderful.
term.
I do.
What do you mean? Do you mean like you take 3 different plants, or do you layer them? I just
You
want to
kind of
make sure
layer
I
them.
understand.
Yeah, it's a question of verticality. So a lot of times people will have a pretty high planter and just plant little baby things up here.
Oh, that's what I just
So
did.
you just want, you want height and verticality.
Got it.
That gives you that packed for your action pop.
Okay, good to know.
I needed you over the weekend when I was planting things. Okay, I'm going to take that with me on my next planter. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We always learn a lot when you're here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.